Right guys, here is a telemetry video of the Volvo 240 at Macau. This is basically the stock setup with a few tweaks, and this is currently the fastest time on the leaderboard. So I'll talk you through a lap here. Right, here we go. So this first corner I just do bit of a lift as I turn, and gets us through the corner flat through the apex. Of course I don't really normally want to hit that wall, but it happens. So here you have to turn in a little bit earlier than you would expect, and not as much as you would think you should. Then probably halfway to the apex from here I'll flick it to fourth, which helps turn it. Then after the apex, just depends, it's very variable this corner where you get back on the throttle. So here I brake about halfway between this crosswalk and the next line on the road. Make sure you're putting no steering input in. Smack it down through the gears. For first gear you need to wait longer than you think, and then snick it into first and you'll be fine. If you change down too early it just locks it up. Now here, when you just before the apex, you'll be able to see on my telemetry trace here, you just slam the throttle to try and get the boost up. If you wait till the apex, your boost just doesn't come back and it's slower. Now here I will coast through this right-hander, and I will sacrifice the next corner a little bit to keep this speed up, because the next corner is a slow first gear into a slow first gear, so I think for me this is faster and more consistent, and I can brake more consistently for the left-hander. Don't know what was going on with the video there, that was weird. Here obviously I overcooked it, but yep, and hit the wall. Turn in here earlier than you'd think, otherwise you just splidge wide. Staying in second gear through here, flat through here now, normally not hitting the wall. Again, brake here earlier than you think, and now full throttle and then let the traction control do the work out of this corner. Got to slow down here more than you'd think. Yeah, you have to judge back to first. On the throttle again hard. Here I sometimes do a little lift and straighten the steering wheel. Try not to lock it up. On the throttle early here as well. Now here you got to basically get into first, the walking pace, and on the yellow text on the road there is where I just have to, if you're not slow enough then you're going to overshoot, but you have to slow full lock and just don't touch the pedals until you get around the hairpin. Brake there at about 110 meters, I guess, back into second, and again on the right hander here at or just before the apex you need to get back on the throttle to get the boost up to be fast. And here I'll do a lap with not much commentary, just in the third person, or chase cam, sorry. For the braking here, as you'll be able to see by the braking trace, I get back off the throttle as I'm changing into first. As you can see, the down slope of the brake is not up and down. I trail back a little bit. As you can see by most of my brake trace telemetry, I do trail brake quite a lot, or delay the release of the brake. Trail braking, similar thing. Just, I find it, that's how I drive to get the cars to turn. This is a bit scruffier lap than I thought when I did it. Didn't realise I hit the wall so many times. Looks like I was snatching brakes and running and wide of the apex quite a lot on this lap, so I think there's a few more tenths in it. I don't know if there's a 39 in it, but someone better than me might be able to pull a 39 out of it. Right, so guys, there's a lap at Macau, the 240. Hopefully some of you will find this helpful. Maybe even DDF, see if he can beat me again. Alright, next time guys.